everyone? My name is Damian Krasinski, the owner and operator of DK Film Studios, and today we've got a lot to go over in this development log. I am excited to get on into it. Some big stuff coming up, some big stuff to go over today, and I'm really excited to get into it. So, first up, a couple of quick administrative stuff. I've gotten some new equipment, actually. So, one of the things I grabbed was this Torbox control panel. I actually have done a bit of a testing with this thing. It's actually quite nice. I like it. It's a little control panel that, will help me, do stuff in DaVinci Resolve that I need to do. I mainly bought it so I can help me with coloring in DaVinci because coloring with just my mouse on the trackpad of my laptop is difficult AF. I don't like doing that. This gives me a bit more control, I feel like, and it's a lot nicer, which is good. I do like it. I've done some testing with it. It is very nice. It does the job I needed to do, and I'm probably going to be using this moving forward. But it can do more than just sound. It can do editing. It helped me with the editing page. I'm probably going to be trying to use this a bit more tomorrow when I go to edit this. Sound, a whole bunch of different areas. Definitely going to be trying to use it, trying to integrate it into my workflow with DaVinci Resolve moving forward. The other thing I grabbed, equipment-wise, is this Pocket Dispo Lens Pro. Basically what this is, it is a camera lens that uses a recycled, that reused an old camera lens, old disposable camera lens, and I figured that'd be kind of cool to use. I did quickly before recording this, did see how it would look on my camera. It's very orangey. There might be a way to fix that. I'm going to do some testing with that, but I do like how it looks. I am going to be using it moving forward for sure. I plan to use it for I feel like it might be useful in flashback sequences. Just putting it in its nice little egg bag. If you get that reference, you're a good guy. You're one of my peoples if you get that reference. But it's beautiful for flashbacks, or if I want to go for an old aesthetic, which is kind of what I plan to do with Agent vs. Agent. I want to go for an older aesthetic. I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool, since it's going to be, I kind of want to, little tidbit on what I plan to do with that film. I'd like to shoot that in black and white if possible. I think that'd be kind of cool to do. So, that's kind of the plan, honestly. I'm excited to be using those moving forward, So, that's basically it for that. Nothing in pre-development. In development, we're announcing the untitled experimental short film, Focus Part 3. And, it's gonna be the final part of the trilogy. I know I've already said what this film was when I announced it, but hey, I'm bringing it up again in case of you forget. I have some ideas on what I do. I need to sit down and watch the previous two to finalize the plan for it. I have started grabbing some footage I think would be useful for it. Like I said, I need to put a solid plan together to know what I am going to do moving forward. Because, like I said, I have some ideas. I want to really sit down and think about them and, actually have a plan for this. Luckily, I've got some time, but we'll see. We shall see. So, that's it for development and pre-production. One film is in there, and that is The Search. So, we are finally back on this. We are, after some uncertainty, we are going to be making the film. We just got confirmation. I chatted with Amber yesterday, and that was when we were like, yeah, we should be good to go, and we're good to go. So, we're doing some things differently. We do have a timeline in place. I'm going to talk a bit more about that a little on in this, but right now, I will let you know we have a timeline, and I've got some plans on how I'm going to show you that timeline, not in this one, but moving forward, of course. We have the possible locations on where to film. Not to say that one of the locations we have isn't great. Belle Isle was a great location. Which is good, but that's too far away, and I don't want to have people drive that far right now. So, we do have some more ideas for locations that are in the general area, I feel like. I mean, I think the furthest we've got is an hour away. but like that's better than 2 hours. So I'll take that over anything. I have my friend helping me with remaking the hilts. Again, I feel like the ones I have were fine, but whatever. We'll do whatever. That's being worked on. So as I said, we do have a timeline in place, so we can get things done. So we know when to get things done by. So I'll say our plan is to film in early October. I'm eyeing Columbus, or I think it's now more called Indigenous Peoples Week, Indigenous Peoples Day. That's a bit of a mouthful and a bit of a tongue twister, but I got through it. I got through it. We're looking to film that week, those 3 days. Now, I'm hoping people have that Columbus Day off. If not, it's going to kind of mess up the plans. That's fine. That's fine. But we luckily will be able to have time to account for that as we move forward with this film. So, I didn't have time to make this yet. I thought about this like at some point today, yesterday. I didn't really give myself time to work on to do this, but so starting in, so I have like a possible timeline, and my plan is I'm going to take this document, I'm going to put it into like a document, into like a table or something, show it to you all, so you can see what we're on, what needs to be worked on, where we're at with those, so that can help me guide you, so I can get a better understanding of where we're at, and you can get a better understanding of where we're at and what needs to be done. So, for right now, I'm going to work my way from the top and work my way down. This is in rough chronological order. All right, so location scouting. That's the first thing on here. April the 5th. We're going to be focusing on that from February to April. The plan with that is we're going to sit down, look things over. We've already started looking at locations. We're going to eventually, I'm either going to just use Google Maps, or I might go travel out to a couple of these locations to see what they look like, so I can then, make decisions on whether we're going to film there or not. I need to assign where these locations could possibly work as, which is a big thing. Accommodation scouting, if needed. This is an if needed thing, so if we were to shoot at Belle Isle, we would have to probably get accommodations because of the 2-hour drive. So, that, just to make it so people can actually come drive, be there, and we're able to film all together at the same time, make life easier on us all. So that's from February to May. We're going to start our casting call at the beginning of March and have it end in April, so we have like 2 months of that. I don't think we really need the 2 months, but Amber was adamant that we should do 2 months to really find people. It was like after as we neared the end of the first month, we were really running out of people. People were really not applying, even after I kept boosting the posts. So we're gonna gather the crew. We're gonna continue. We're gonna do that casting call in April. Ended in April. We're gonna gather the crew. Up next, gather the crew, and starting in February, so this month, and ending in July. I feel like that'd be a good thing to do. I feel like this is mainly just us reaching out to people, seeing if they're interested and if they might be available. We have a later thing. Yes, I should have this in here. If not, definitely. I think it'd be with another thing, but still, depending on how things go, if people can't make it or not, we have time to adjust and modify things. I'm going to be going for a lot smaller crew on this one. I'm basically going to have there be me, the director, producer, sound. I'm not sure if I want to have boom up and sound mixer, but at least a sound mixer. The cinematographer, a camera operator. Since we're going to have 2 people, since we're going to have 2 cameras, I want somebody else manning that camera. I would do it, but I already have a number of things I'm going to be doing, that being not lighting. I'm going to be the AD, the director, and help with and do the slate for the film. So we'll have a gaffer. I think one is enough. We'll all be helping out with the lighting, helping set that up, and if we need somebody to help hold up a reflector or something, we can have them do that. A lot of script soup, because we want to make sure we've got, things are lining up as the way where they need to be. maybe a production designer. That depends on if we've already got stuff for it, so we don't need to add more people. We're definitely going to need makeup. Makeup is definitely going to be needed for this film, which is going to be important to have. I'll say, especially since some of the characters do need makeup, so we can do that. And I think that's it. There might be a couple more roles that I might look for, but that's the main core of it. Like, I don't want too many people on set. I want this to be a lean crew. I don't want to be worried about, like, oh, we need all these different positions. No, it's like, okay, we've got these few positions, like 8 at most, and we're good. We're not worrying. And I feel like that's going to be very helpful, especially moving forward, so I can be able to, I know I can work with a lean crew and make it so that way we're not running around trying to get a lot of shots done. So that way we can get a lot more done with a smaller crew as well. There's a lot less. You would think it would take not as long. It would take a lot longer on a smaller crew, but it does take It doesn't take that long, genuinely, to do long shots. To set up shots with a smaller crew. There's like a lot of things it's a thing. It's a thing. So gathering crew is from February to July. Auditions are going to be happening at some point in May and June. Depends on if we have to extend the casting call a bit longer. After we have locked down our cast, we will be doing rehearsals from June to September. We will work on locking down dates, and that will include with that it comes with locking down locations, locking down the crew as well, from like July to August. Hopefully by then people know what they want, if they're going to be busy that weekend or not. Costumes are going to be worked on, gathering that in July, August. I might just buy what we need if the clothing doesn't fit what we have for the film by those dates. Production design / pop gathering is going to be happening from March to August. Now, I don't plan to actually be, I don't think I need to worry too much about that. We've got most of what we need. The hilts are the main thing that we need for Amber, the necklace. I feel like what was made is fine. But she wants to go and make it not look as tacky. But, as long as you have a good enough, and you've got a good story and you've got good characters, people will overlook the things like that. But, whatever. Besides, you may not even see the necklace. So, whatever. The last bit is accommodations, which will be, if needed, we finalize the details on that. If not, lockdown. I think maybe lock down the accommodations might want to push the locking down of the accommodations to earlier. But dietary restrictions, meal plan, travel details, the smaller things that we need to prepare for near the end of the film, before the filming. Like getting the call sheets made, getting the actors prepared. So all that's gonna happen in September. So you might be wondering, okay, you're wrapping things up by August, but you have all this happening in September. Why are we filming in October instead of September? We're filming in October. So how I set this up is so that way in September, I want us to be done by September, so that way we have a month prepared, a month in advance to act accordingly to anything that comes our way. Because one of our issues with the search was we were rushing, and I feel like having a buffer of a month will give us some more time. If we need to push some things back, we can. But we're not like, oh my god, we don't have X thing, we're fucked. No, we've got some time before we film. Of course, that month is going to be a bit nerve-wracking, waiting and making sure nothing goes wrong, but we'll act accordingly. That's the plan anyway. I'm hoping this works out. We should have enough time to do what we need to do for this film. We'll see, of course. But that's going to be for us to keep you all up to date and you to keep an eye on what's going on. So, and if you want to know more about what's coming on with the search, please subscribe and So that way you don't miss out any details on with this film. We're definitely going to be here. You're going to be hearing a lot more about this film as we go along. And perfect segue into also comment down below what you're interested in. If you film wise we're making, if you have any thoughts, suggestions, if you don't know what to comment, just comment egg. I don't know why egg just came to mind. Hey, comment down something. We'd love to hear what you have to say. And as I said, subscribe so you don't miss out on what's to come. Before real quick, before going back to the search, one thing I just realized I do want to note, and I forgot to note this down as well. I am planning to meet with Amber at some point this week, to kind of prevent what happened last time, which was us, basically being at odds with each other on this film. To prevent that from happening, but also kind of divvy up the tasks a bit. Not that I don't want to work on stuff for this film. I do plan to, but I also have to account for my the other project we've got going on, the Autism Doc series, the Bunny Doc, which we've got some updates coming to you real soon. The Focus 3. I have some other projects I'd like to work on as well. I'd like to not have one film out this year. I'd like to have more than I did last year, which was 2. I'd like to do more than 2. And I'm hoping, with everything going on with the search and the fact that, we've got time, I can take some detours and focus on other projects, because after I did Focus 2, I kind of just focused in on the search and didn't really focus on anything else when I should have been. I should have sat down and I should have worked on some other projects so we didn't have an issue where I had nothing else going on. Which was unfortunate, but that's something I need to kind of work on moving forward. But yeah, so with that out of the way and the self-promoing out of the way, we've got nothing in production, but in post-production, first up, Misunderstanding. I've heard back from the VFX artist. We need to set some time aside to meet. That is, I reached out to him earlier today, seeing if he wants to do something the day of me recording next week or the week after, or, the week you're watching this, the week of this week and the next week. So yeah. I don't know how things are looking at the moment on his end with stuff. I've been working on my thing. I'm trying to figure it out. Which leads right into the next thing. I've been trying to make progress on this. I'm stuck. I think I'm like, this is really kicking me in the balls here. I do have another idea on how I could handle this moving forward, and I do need to talk to the VFX artist to do this, because I don't think it would take him too long to do this one thing, but we will see. This other route I have in mind is I just recolor the film myself, which I am fine with doing. All that would require is for me to have the VFX shots in the raw color space, so I can then do that. But I think that might be a lot more doable than what I am doing right now. I will talk with him about this. Kind of both routes, what I'm thinking, see what he has to say. Those are my ideas right now. We'll have to see what he says and how things play out, of course. But that is my thinking currently. And last but not least, Beans a Bunny Tail. I am now on the sound design stage. Yes, we're on to that. There is not much that needed to be done for the final cut. I've got it down as much as I wanted to. I finished I finished the final cut of the film. It's all done. We're good to go. I'm happy with it. I don't think this stage is going to take long. I'm probably just going to go in and tweak some of you can kind of hear me shuffling about in the audio. I'm going to see if I can cut that out. If not, I'll then figure something else out. If not, then you might just be hearing that in the audio, which is whatever. I don't think I'm going to add any music to the film. I might go looking for something that could work over the video photos sections that are in between each question, but I'm not sure. The music, at least I don't think works. The only music you'll probably hear is at the very end when the credits start rolling, but that's fine. I think they are appropriate. But yeah, with that out of the way, let us head on to the development tracker. Okay, so here we are on the development tracker. So, not much has changed around, of course. I will be, since I have to reach out to some folks for the search after we meet, after I meet with Amber, I am going to also reach out to some folks regarding the Talking Autism Dog series. Agent vs. Agent is going to have to wait for a hot minute. Once we're done with, the search, pretty much once we're in post, I'll start looking into making that film. That's the plan, at least. These undeveloped, untitled films are going to be in the back burner for a bit, some more than others, but that is fine. We also have in development focus part 3, which is good. Beans of Bunny Tails being the rough mix is being worked on, as mentioned previously. I do need to sit down and kind of look over some of the stuff that I have written for these untitled films to be done. I do have a vague idea on what I want to do for the comedy short film. I do need to kind of flesh that out a bit more, I feel like, but I think it'd be kind of funny, and I think it would be really cool, and I am looking to do that. Yeah. As of course mentioned, the Chase film is in the works. I can't wait to get this film made. I really just want to get this film out of the way so I can focus on some other films and a lot cheaper films. This film is definitely the expensive one, and I don't see me doing any more expensive films for a while. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this development tracker. I enjoyed making it for you all. Please remember to comment down below along with hitting that like button, and maybe hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future updates of all these films that we're working on. So yeah, this is Damien from DK Film Studios signing off, and I'll see you all in the next one.